Hello, hello. Awesome Soul, or Mitchell, if you prefer. Back again, uploading. After, 6 months? I know it's been a while. But today I'm basically going to go over all the big things that I have been working on, but just haven't talked about on the YouTube channel. I've talked about them in other places, like my Discord. Join it. Shameless plug there. But before we get into the big news, just real quick, I know people don't necessarily like sticking around for personal stuff. This is only going to take a few seconds. Don't worry. I have moved into a new place, as you can maybe see if you've ever kind of tuned in to my live streams. So because of that whole move thing, things have been a little quiet, which is maybe why you haven't heard too much from me lately. But as you can see, yes, I am moved in. Everything is in its place for the most part, and I can begin working yet again on the big news items that you're going to hear about right now. So, number 1, Tamers. I am working on my own TTRPG. So if for whatever reason you don't know what a TTRPG is, it's what Dungeons and Dragons is, basically. It's the easiest way to give a layman's term of it, I suppose. Anyway, TTRPG, tabletop role-playing game. You roll dice, you act things out, you've got pen and paper, or sometimes played online. But yeah, so the game Tamers, it's basically a mash-up of Pokemon and Monster Hunter. Sort of the themes and styles of Monster Hunter, in the sense that the game is going to have a very heavy focus on exploration, and which is kind of something I feel Dungeons and Dragons is kind of lacking. So this is a very exploration-focused game. You're going to be able to craft things, get things from monsters, and most importantly, tame, which is the name of the game, and train your own monsters. I'm going to be talking a lot more about this in its own dedicated video. But this is basically just a quick update video, and I wanted to get the news out there that yes, I am working on something. It's going to be big. I will be making a Kickstarter for it eventually. But if you would like to get in and figure out what's going on with it, I do have a Discord server for it. So if you... I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's either going to be in the description or a pinned comment. Just look down there for it. You're going to get as much information as I possibly have out. And then once I get a playtest document out, which shouldn't be too much longer, I'm getting pretty close, I will probably do the big announcement video of it on the channel. But hey, I do have quite a bit of information about what the game is all about over there. So yeah, head on over, and sure, why not? Somewhere on screen now, I think I'll put a little teaser of the creature that is going to be coming to the game. Do you see it? Do you like it? I sure do. Anyway, so that's Tamers. Very excited about that. I can't wait to share more. The other thing that I'm also working on in tandem, it's a smaller project, but it's kind of helping me bounce back and forth, and that is going to be the Goldomancer Expanded. It is, as you can tell, an expansion to the Goldomancer class. So I'm going to have 3 brand new subclasses and a bunch of new cores as well. That's the minimum I want to add. I've got the core, not the cores, the subclass is done. I've got the Artillery Drake, which is a flying golem. Going to be very fun. It's got limited flight, but you know, once you hit level 9, you do get full flight, which is pretty cool. I feel that's a good level to kind of have that happen in. Siegebreaker is another one that is more of a defensive co-op mech, if that makes any sense. It's basically got a rear seat that you can have an ally hop in, and they're going to gain quite a bit of protection from it. So you can have an archer, or heck, even a caster of some kind hop in there, and it's going to let them do their thing while they're protected, which is going to be pretty cool. And the Submariner, which is, if you're ever wanting to do like a nautical campaign as a Golemancer, that is the golem to take. That being said, though, I've designed it for use in any campaign, because I didn't want this to be like, okay, yeah, here, take all these golems for all these campaigns, and then this one can be your dedicated water one, and it's got no use else. Like, what's the point, right? Water doesn't come up enough, so I've designed this to be useful on land as well. So, like, its harpoon launcher can hook enemies, bring them in. If they're bigger than you, you'll be brought to them, kind of thing. It's got a sonar, so basically if you blind sight, and you can like do a big sonar pulse a few times per long rest, it'll be really cool. Very excited about that. I am taking suggestions for cores you would like to see. So if you have played the Golemancer before, I highly recommend going over to my Discord server. It's a separate one from the Tamers server. I've kind of made them separate. But I am asking for feedback about what kind of cores you would like, especially if you've played the Golemancer before. I'd like to know what kind of play styles and things you wish were there but aren't. And I'm going to hopefully include those kind of things in the Golemancer Expanded. Past that, yeah, I don't want to make any promises, but if I do have enough time, I will be adding Golemancer specific magic items to kind of help them out a little bit, because I know there are a few magic items out there, like in the main game, that are specifically made for like a monk or a ranger and druid, or, you know, cleric and paladin can get this item and only attune to it, those kind of things, right? Potentially some NPC stat blocks, but I mean, I kind of have those already, almost, in a sense, with the Golem and Moppet stat blocks. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Guaranteed 3 subclasses which are done and ready to go, and then the cores. So, that is all for today. As I said, I will talk a lot more about Tamers coming up, especially once I've got the playtest out. But for now, this is where I will leave you. So, I just would like to thank everyone for the continued support. And yeah, do all the social things. Leave a like and make sure to check out the Tamers Discord. I'd love to see you there. Anyway, I of course have been the Awesome Soul, or Mitchell, I guess. I'm so used to just doing the Awesome Soul sign off. Anyway, I'll see you next time, and with next time hopefully being relatively soon. Take care.